What's good, YouTube? It's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and welcome to another video. Today is all about organization. It's not that fun to talk about, but it's extremely important in any business that you're doing. Organization is key to becoming successful. You need to know where everything is and where to reach for it when you need it. It's especially important for us producers. If you're anything like me, you got a bunch of sounds and samples that are pretty much living across several hard drives, your internal hard drive, and you know you have a sample, but you just don't know where to look for it. That is where Loopmaster's Loopcloud comes into play. It's essentially a central hub for all your sounds and samples, no matter where they're located. They can be located on several different hard drives, your internal hard drive, but it's all under one window or umbrella application, and it can be found within Loopcloud's browser. So along the top right here, you got this search bar right here, which you can search for your samples within your library or from the Loopmaster store. So I'm going to search under our library, and I'm going to search for ones that are only on my hard drive or wherever they've been imported from. And let's search clap. From that, all of our claps are going to be loaded up here. These are the ones that are located on my computer. Let's turn off the loop feature right there. And you can see you can quickly cycle through those sounds. Now with Loopcloud, it also comes with a free, sort of a bunch of free sounds here. So if I uncheck this, it's going to search the ones that are online as well. So just by downloading Loopcloud, you're going to get all these free sounds as well. And if you want it, you can just go ahead, download it, and then start using it from there. All right, so what separates Loopcloud from using, the traditional Mac Finder or Windows File Explorer is that you can filter and search by genre. For one thing, you can search for a loop or as a one-shot. You can search by key label or tempo. A lot of things that you can kind of filter out to find the exact sample that you're looking for. It's important to know that if your sample is key labeled, Loopcloud will pick up on that, and you can search by key. So if I want something that's C sharp, I don't have anything right now that's on my hard drive, but you can do that if you had it. So what we're gonna do here is just quickly put together a quick drum kit in Logic, show you how easy it is to find the sample, import it in, and then we're gonna go ahead and maybe find a sound and just chop it up a little bit because you got a built-in editor right over here that you can kind of switch up things and then import that into your DAW. And just the workflow between Loopcloud and your DAW, no matter what you use, is very seamless. So let's go ahead and just start off. And let's bring in Logic's Ultra Beat. We'll use this as our drum kit. And we are going to do a drag and drop sample preset. So it's all empty. And we're going to go over here. And I just want to search the ones that are on my library and not on the Loopmaster's online database. And I'm going to take a kick here. Actually, I'm searching clap, so let's search for kick. Here are all my kicks. Let's take this kick right over here. I'm just going to drag that in. And on this sample 2 over here, let's get a clap going. So as you can see how easy it is just to cycle through the claps. Now this is on different folders on my hard drive, but it's all under one section when I search clap. Let's take this classic MB clap right over here. Let's go to sample 3. Let's bring in a hi-hat. All right, let's use that one over there. And finally, let's bring in a perk. Let's bring this Sunny Digital perk right here. Whoa. What I did not do is select the next one here. And now we just built out a quick drum kit just like that. All right, so let's just go ahead and start putting together a quick pattern over here. Let's just do a 2-bar drum pattern for this tutorial's sake. And we're not going to do anything too fancy. Let's take this brush tool. Let's go to our 8th notes and let's draw on our hi-hats. So a straight hi-hat hit. And let's take a kick. Put a kick over there and maybe another one over here. Our claps will put on the 3s. And our perk sound we'll put over here. And I'll put another one over there. All right, let's go back over to our Loopcloud, and let's say we want an 808. So let's go over to our store. I'm gonna search 808, and I want a 808 loop. I don't want to draw out my own 808. Let's go ahead and take a listen what we got here. All right, maybe we should cycle it down to like a trap 808. Let's search this one over here. This is a cap sound sample pack. And let's go to loops. And let's see what we got here. Here's our 808 bass. Let's take this one over here. Let's go and pause that. It has that ambient noise on top of it because it doesn't want you to sample it. So I'm going to go ahead and just buy this item over here. Let's go buy file. Now I'm going to go ahead and just move over this Loopcloud, and we're not going to do any processing to it. We can key change this if we wanted to right here. So if I want to turn this from a C, we can change that to a D. Sorry, C sharp D. Or if you don't want, or if you're not comfortable with changing the pitch that way, you can just go to auto and change it this way. So if you want it into an F sharp, it'll automatically change that for you. Or maybe we'll take that right there. And we're going to select this little icon right over here next to processed, not the original one, and just drag that in. And we're going to change our tempo to this tempo right over here, which is 140 beats per minute. So let's change this to 140. And now we got a 808 happening along with our kick, clap, hit, and percussion. All right, next I want to go ahead and find a sound from the Loopmaster sample library and download it and work with it. But I'm going to create a new software instrument track here. And we're going to go to instrument and we're going to bring in Loopcloud. This way it will sync up Loopcloud to Logic, and we can keep this loop and find maybe another sample that works well with this. So let's go ahead and bring in our Loopcloud over here. You'll see that we're connected to Logic. And let's go ahead and let's go by genre, and let's go by trap. But I want like a hip hop trap, not a, what's this one over here? Let's hear what this sample pack sounds like. We'll try and find something that sounds good. Let's go to wave loops and let's go to guitar. I kind of like that one right over there. See how it syncs up to Logic? I'm going to kind of preview it right there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop Logic. And I'm going to go ahead and just buy this file over here. And I'm going to take it as is. I'm going to drag it right into, actually before I do that, let's make sure that we are auto and we're into the same key as our 808. Okay. And let's go ahead and drag in our process file right over here. And this is what we got so far. Kind of like the way it sounded automatically here on its own. Let's actually go back and just mute this 808 pattern, and we're just going to take the original sample and just drag that in, just like the way that sounded on its own. So that's a B minor. Let's go ahead and just add in some reverb on this guy here. And as you can see, it could build up a beat fairly quickly. And let's see here, we got some bass loops here. Maybe they got like an 808 happening. But we need to find something that's a B. That's a synth bass. Let's take the 808. Let's hear how that sounds. Alright, so that sounds better there. Let's go to auto, and we're going to go to a B. It's going off my screen. Let's go ahead and play that. Alright, so let's go ahead and just drag that in. Our process, oh, I gotta buy it first. And we are B, so let's go ahead and drag in our processed one. As you can see, we switched out that last 808, and we're just starting to build out a new pattern. We can delete those. We don't want those anymore. Maybe we'll go ahead and bring in one more sound here. I actually kind of like this pack here that we found it. Luckily, we found it in this tutorial. Let's go to drum loops and just see what we got here at 140. Let's hit play. All right, so those are full drum loops. So I don't want that. And as you can see, I'm just hitting play on Logic. And it's automatically, and it's syncing up our Loopcloud browser to Logic, which is fairly cool. Maybe we can take this sample, let's reverse it. Let's see how it sounds actually reversed. Let's hit play. Right. Let's go ahead and take that sound actually. Let's buy that. And I'm going to go ahead and just drag in this process file. Oh, before we do that, we can go ahead and make sure that we are in B, which we are. It already automatically saved that for us. Making sure that we are in key. Let's drag that in. I'm going to go back here. I'm just going to go ahead and EQ this a bit. Got like a cool vibe going on in the background. So as you can see, it's just building out this beat here, and just out of curiosity, let's see if we can add in something else here. Let's go to percussions. Let's bring in, let's see this miscellaneous hits here. I don't want this reversed. Let's go ahead and play in Logic. simplicity of this one right over here. So let's buy that file. Let's go ahead and bring in that process file. Let's drag that in over here. Let's duplicate that. Ooh. Let's duplicate that. And we just put together a quick beat. Now I use the samples that were available for purchase in the Loop Master store, but you could again just use whatever's in your library and find samples that you didn't know you had and just start working with those. Again, flip that up, switch it up, use the built-in editor to change and pitch shift it to the appropriate song key that you're working in. And maybe you could kind of go ahead and slice it up within here. Whatever you want to do, you can do within the browser. Drag it into your session, and that's just how Loopcloud helps your sort of juices flow as you're making a beat. If you do have any questions on Loopcloud, you can ask me in the comment section below. I will place a link in the description box below this video to Loopcloud. Once again, it is free. If you did want to, you can go ahead and purchase some points or credits that you can use towards some of the samples in the Loop Master store, or you can just use Loopcloud as a standalone browser tool for all of your samples, and just gives you the ability to search for those and just bring up new sounds, work with new sounds, and stop using the same sounds over and over. That's it for me, guys. If you did like this video, remember to thumbs up and share it. And if you are new to I'm a Music Mogul, remember to hit that subscribe button for more videos like this one. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.